Hello, welcome to another video on my channel dealing with Excel, helping humans learn. And again, much more information is available on my website, luthermaddy.com. In this video, I'm going to talk about a very simple but often overlooked feature, which is text to columns. Now, this simple feature can save you lots and lots of time and lots of frustration, especially if you have people sending you data that isn't in the format that is very usable in Excel. So let's go ahead and go over an example, and I'll show you exactly what I mean and how we can use this feature to save you lots of time as well. So in this case, in this example, I have a list of names and addresses. This is text data that I'm working with, no calculations, and I might use this for potentially a list for mail merge within Microsoft Word. But the problem that I have in this case is when I created this file, or when someone sent me this file, the names are last name, comma, first name, and they're in one column. Well, that's okay, but that's not going to allow me to format this properly in working with a mail merge in Microsoft Word. Also, it doesn't allow me to sort a two-level sort by first name and last name, or maybe I just want to, sort by last name, and if they have the same last name, sort by first name. Very difficult to do that with the way this is structured. So what I want to do is I want to take the names that are here, last name, comma, first name, and have Excel create a second column that strips out the first name so that I have the last names in one column and then the first names in another column. That will allow me to do mail merge properly or to do sorts properly. And of course, the feature I'm going to use to do that is text to columns. Super easy feature. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is create a column for the first names to go into, because again, that's what I'm going to strip out. I'm going to leave the last names in column A, and I'll rearrange this later and you'll have it first name first and then last name. So I'm going to insert a column which is going to become first name, and I'll go ahead and type in first name later here. Okay, now I'm ready to go ahead and strip out the first name from column A and put it in column B using the text to column. And I have quite a bit of data here. I have 400 and some odd records here. So I don't want to have to do this myself. That would really take forever if I went in and edited each of these columns. That's where the frustration and the time saving comes in. So I'm going to select the entire column here. All right, that was easy. Then I'm going to go into the Data tab, and once I go into the Data tab, there you see it. You see text to columns. So I'll go ahead and click on that tool on the ribbon here, text to columns, and then it asks me how my data is delimited. Whether it's a fixed width, which in this case, fixed width would not work. That would be that I would only allow maybe 7 letters for the last name. In this case, though, I do have something that delimits the last name from the first name, and that's the comma. And that's very helpful. Sometimes we could use a space if there was no comma there, and that would work most of the time here. In this case, though, it is delimited, so I don't have any problems here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave delimited, and I'm going to go ahead and click OK, or next, excuse me. All right, and then it says, okay, what is the delimit? Do you have a tab? Do you have a space? Do you have something else, semicolon? Well, in this case, I do have a comma. Now you can see in the example box that as soon as I choose comma here, and if I chose space, it would probably work about the same as well. But I'm going to go ahead and choose comma. We can see that it automatically is putting the first names in that second column. That's what I want to do, and really that's all there is to it. Now, sometimes if you bring in data from Access, it might throw quotation marks around each of the fields, and you may have a text delimiter, such as a qualifier, excuse me, such as a comma or quotation marks or something. In this case, I don't. So I go ahead and click Next. All right, it says, okay, this is what everything is looking like, and you want it to go ahead and go over there to A1. Looks good at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and click Finish. And it says there's already some data there. Well, that's because I went ahead and copied the formatting that you see in B1. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and there we have it. It really is that easy. So I'm going to go ahead and change this name to last name, and we'll put first name over here. Well, I'm still not quite happy here, so I'm going to go ahead and insert a column here, and I'm going to move this column over here, and I'll delete that column. and now I have it. So using text to column, I have first name, last name, and this will allow me then to sort by last name or by first name. Let's go ahead and just try that just for fun here. Let's go ahead and do a sort. We'll sort on last name now. Okay, and now they're sorted, and I could also sort by first name if I wanted to. All right, so text to columns. You see how very easy that feature is to use. Again, depending on how your data comes in, if it comes in a CSV format or delimited format where you have commas, and very likely I could see names and addresses all separated with columns, and I can use that text to column and just kind of bring it out and put in each field in a separate column. Very easy to work with. All right, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, there are many additional resources out on my website, luthermaddie.com. If you like this video, please consider liking it. Please consider subscribing to my channel as well. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.